Hello everybody and welcome to this very unique video. This is not a video I really want to film, nor had planned to film. I certainly hadn't planned to film this, but it's a video I'm going to film anyway, because it's happened. Now, this video is going to be about problems, challenges, and setbacks as entrepreneurs, but also as individuals striving for success. My Audi R8 got robbed from my driveway on Monday at 4:50 a.m. It was roughly 4:50 a.m. Today is Saturday, and I woke up to the sound of my car being started. So yeah, this was about 4:50 a.m. Now, as I woke up, I was pretty confused. I wasn't quite sure if it was my car or not, but I went to go and double check. I ran to go and double check, and by the time I got to my driveway, my car wasn't there, and I could hear my car absolutely zooming off into the distance. So what happened was basically they used a signal swab, so I still have my key in. And yeah, basically they used a signal swabber. So they came and they actually scanned my house for the key signal. I didn't have my keys in any form of, you can get boxes for them, but hindsight's a great thing. I didn't know even that people could do this. And yeah, basically they scanned it, they got the signal, they opened my car, and just absolutely pegged it off. Now, fast forward to yesterday, Friday, so I had some news. Had a call from Port of Dover Police. They found my car. I was like, this is brilliant. And then I had to go through a couple of security questions. Now, after I had like data protection questions. After I got through answering some questions about myself to prove it was me or whatever, they then told me that my car was found and seized in pieces, and it had been completely stripped apart and was being shipped abroad. They didn't tell me where it was being shipped abroad. So they told me I'm not going to want the car because it's quite literally been stripped down head to toe, basically. So the fortunate thing is that the car was seized. And so whoever did this, I'm not aware of who did this, some form of organized criminals. Whoever did this, basically, they didn't get paid for the job, right? Because the car was seized. They didn't manage to ship it abroad, which I'm happy about because fuck them. But yeah, obviously I can't get the car back because it, in theory, no longer exists. It's just a bunch of car pieces that exist. So that's kind of what happened. And I believe my mindset towards what has happened is actually the reason I was able to attain a beautiful supercar in the first place. Because as you move towards your goals, especially if you have big goals or if you're an entrepreneur or you're trying to achieve financial freedom, are part of the process. They are the cost of success. And I've never met a single individual on the planet who is, achieved any form of great material success that doesn't go through a lot of challenges every single day. And challenges and problems as ambitious men, as entrepreneurs, are literally part of the process. They cannot be avoided. And this isn't the only challenge that I faced, nor is it the biggest financial setback that I've faced or challenge that I've faced in business or in life or whatever. But, for example, this year I had some very, very big tax bills come through. I wasn't expecting the tax bills at this time or of this size. I take responsibility for it, but my accountant hadn't done a good job at all and was completely misorganized. So, yeah, quite a substantial loss there. When I was 20, I had my first Porsche. I actually wrote my Porsche off, which obviously I wrote it off. I was driving it. Fortunately, I was very safe. There was no passenger in the car at the time. It was my fault to a degree, of course. But that's a big setback. I've had businesses that haven't worked. Okay, I've had multiple businesses that haven't worked. Now, why is it that I'm still pushing towards success and I'm still thriving? I'm still doing very, very well. Firstly, it's because I understand that it's absolutely part of the process, but it's also because I am committed to success. I am committed to my purpose, to my vision of who I want to become and what I want to achieve in life, and regardless of any short-term problems, any short-term challenges that I face are purely part of the process. And as they arise, I look at my problems and I look at the challenges that I face, and I do everything I can to prevent them and adjust my strategy moving forward, and I adapt and I move. I've never met an individual, and I've got a lot of friends who are very, very successful, more financially successful than me, and I've got many friends that are successful in many different areas. I'm very blessed with that. I have a great group of people around me. And not one of them has had an easy ride. In fact, quite the opposite. Every single one of my friends or my business partners that is very successful, let's say financially, because a lot of them are successful financially, every single one of them has had an extremely high amount of problems that are far greater than the average human. And far more than the average human. Now, why is that? It's because they're actively pushing for success. They're creating sacrifices. They're taking risks. And they are committed to the process of achieving their purpose and their direction, regardless of what happens. Okay? They will never ever give up. The phrase, get rich or die trying by 50 Cent, I'm sure many of you have heard get rich or die trying as a phrase before, or potentially the song. It's a phrase I live by, And you have to ask yourself, are you truly willing to achieve your goals, to become the person you're capable of, or dying in the process? Because that's the level of commitment I have for my goals, for my future, for my family, and that's why I'm in the position that I'm in. I'm very, very fortunate. Still, I got my AMG, beautiful Mercedes. I'm not going homeless. And that's a testament to what I'm creating. And as I become more successful, people are going to take more things from me. I've got very, very good security with everything I do. The one thing I hadn't got out of pretty much everything I do have is I didn't have the key blockers. So yeah, they found a small loophole, but they certainly won't be able to ever again. There'll be no way to infiltrate. But it is what it is at the end of the day. It's a minor setback. As I say, this is not the biggest setback, and I'm very sure that I'll have big setbacks again and again and again. Do I want them? No. But if I'm going to realize the goals that I've set out for myself, to some degree I have to face challenges. Okay? And any challenge that I face shall pass. Time shall pass no matter what. And yeah, I'm just eternally grateful. One thing that cannot be stolen from me, that cannot be robbed from me, is my purpose, is my drive, and my mission. I have very, very clear goals on what I want to achieve in life from a business perspective, but what I want to achieve in life and who I want to become as an individual. And because I have such clear goals, and I've got a burning desire to attain those goals, absolutely nothing will stop me, apart from death. And so, that's life at the moment, basically. Super hungry for success, for more. I'm not going to ever stop. And if anything, this has just added a lot more fuel to my fire. And to be honest, I can make the money back very quickly. And I will be very, very quickly. And it's a minor setback. But mindset, in my opinion, is 80% of the game. Mindset and how quickly you take action and your mindset towards problems. And one thing I'm grateful for, I'm building my life on strong foundations. I understand that there is no get-rich-quick schemes. I understand that being a millionaire isn't just about the money in your bank account, but it's about the individual that you are. If you put £1 million into your bank account tomorrow, you better become a millionaire quickly. Because just because there's $1 million is in the bank account, it doesn't mean you'll stay a millionaire. Okay? It starts with the mindset. Mindset is everything. And that's what you got to start with. Always got to start with that. Having a burning desire for a specific goal with belief that you can attain that goal, and doing everything you can to surround yourself with other individuals who are also actively working towards a very similar goal and a very similar purpose by taking relentless action. That is, in my opinion, the path to success. And if you do it in an organized manner and you understand that problems are part of the process, you'll win. So, yeah, Audi R8's gone. Subscribe to see what comes next. Certainly going to be an awesome car. It's going to be better than the R8, so quite undecided. Drop a comment what you guys think I should get next. It's going to be either a Lamborghini, a Ferrari, maybe a Bentley. I'm pretty undecided on what to get next. Enjoy the AMG for the time being. And yeah, comment, let me know what you think I should get. Please subscribe so you can stay up to date with my journey, our community, and most importantly, keep moving forwards. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you so much for watching. Please like the video as well. It supports my channel and it supports my personal progress. I'll see you guys soon. Take care.